Hey everyone who is listening to this recording, this presentation. I chose to cover a Nollywood film, a favorite of mine. This is an editing analysis of The Ghost of the Innocent Banana Seller. Editor is Agozie Mba. And so in the background is the final exorcist of the woman who was haunting them. I'll go into synopsis, the film summary right now. So, film summary. This film has a lot of side plots, but I would say the main one, driving the story, uh, is concerning a newlywed couple, Ngozi and Kenneth, and how they move into a new home that happens to be haunted. Of course, the ghost only haunts Ngozi, and she acts irrationally, seeing things that not everybody can see, and people begin to think she's crazy, causing Kenneth especially to leave her momentarily. Through editing of especially, the film unveils the dark secret of the house. At the beginning, these random shots of another guy, living his life, uh, emerge like in random cuts, random inserts in the film. But as the story goes on in the second hour, you begin to understand that he is the reason why the ghost exists. Um, and it just like the parallels within that, although they weren't really well, constructed in the beginning, especially and inserted into the film, they were woven uh, perfectly. It does tell a story. It tells it's a parallel story, especially in the final scene. In the house, as you will know if you watch the film, I have linked to the YouTube video that has the whole film, part one, part two. You can watch to yourself. Uh, the house that they live on stands on the burial ground of a young banana seller, murdered years ago by David in a desperate bid for wealth and power through juju. Because the banana seller was a young girl, she was of course a virgin, and the ritual needed a young virgin, innocent girl, and he picked her off the street, took her to like asked, "Hey, I want bananas," and brought her to like the empty compound before anything was built, and murdered her there and put her organs into the ground. So, after several priests, Ngozi hires several priests to come and exorcise the place. But actually, funny enough, the comedy aspect of this film is that they run away. So after several priests, they find like Ngozi and her friend finally find the priest who received the confession of the murder before of the murderer before David, like the murderer, like dies because he got sick because God was giving him his final judgment. It was hinted to at the end of the film. Um, and they appropriately, after they understand what's going on, they appropriately exorcise the ghost. And of course, she's free. And the husband's just like, "Oh, you weren't crazy," because after, like during the exorcism, everybody is shown everybody's shown the woman, like the girl who died, and she looks kind of crazy. I'll show you the cut. And of course, the couple it begins happy again. And the final shot in the film, my grandma's favorite scene, is how she ascends to heaven. Because the girl was innocent. She was actually selling banana to help pay for her mom's sickness. So you could just imagine like she was just an innocent girl. She's just trapped in this house for years, and she's ascending to heaven. She's singing like, "Oh, what did I do? Like, God, please help me." She's like walking among the clouds. I've watched this film a million times with my family, uh, but it's just like it holds a place into my heart. No slander will be tolerated here. So the director is Oke Oko Zubelo, and this is a part of the uh, Nollywood Motion Pictures. This is a Nollywood Motion Pictures production. Fun fact: I didn't know that this whole entire production um, company, all their like title cards are the same format, and they all kind of have the same like look and name and I don't know storyline. because Okeoko Zubelo directs all these, like, um and Okoze like edits them. Yeah, it's just very interesting. I learned as I was doing my research. But this is the scene. Okay.
Hmm.
Fair warning: the audio
I can
for
imagine how you feel. Seriously,
this is
but
like
not to worry. I've
really
spoken to my
loud.
Reverend Father
Alright.
about you, and he has promised to help. We have to know that God is the only solution. And all you need right now is faith.
My dear, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for your concern.
It's okay, there's no problem. I'm here.
Nice day, nice day, nice day. I want to assure you that God has taken care of all your problems. He's able. Please, I want you to go on your knees. Let's pray. In the name of God the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is done in heaven. Give us this day
Our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. Amen.
I cover this house with the blood of Jesus. Cover your family with the blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. Practice with blood of Jesus. Madam. I'm disappointed at you, Max.
Okay, that's
mean, how
the
can-
end of the clip. I just wanted to give context. I should have said this before, but this is the scene where, like, this is the first priest that she invites over to exercise the house. But you also, in the beginning, there's a shot of the guy,
I can imagine
like,
how you
first
feel.
seeing the dead
Seriously, I
girl
do.
in his house after
But not
Ted
to
jumps
worry.
of it.
I've spoken to my Reverend
And
Father
so
about you, and he has promised
I'm
to
going to
help.
talk about how they kind
We
of
have to know that God
start,
is the only
because that's the
solution.
first scene, like, you kind of
And all
piece
you
together
need
that
right now
he's
is
in the same
faith.
house. Even this whole mask cut kind of
My dear, thank you very much.
that, like, they're in the same
Thank
house
you.
at the same time, but they're not. Like I
Thank
said
you for your
before,
concern.
that guy
It's
lived
okay,
there
there's no problem. I'm
5
here.
years ago, around 5 years ago, and he died. And so, like, even with the music blending in, like, I think it's an L cut, yeah, music building, like, leading into the next shot. It's trying to make the viewer, the audience, connect these two. It's just kind of emphasizing that connection. And this being the first time he sees it is the first time the audience realizes he is like to make realizes that they need to make a connection between two seemingly distant related plot points in the film. Okay, 48 cuts during this selected scene. I feel as if like the amount of cuts is kind of I don't think it's that much for a Nollywood film. I thought it was could I thought it wasn't too over the top. I feel as if the scene becomes like it's just a whirlwind of visual information. We kind of see it with like them throwing out different plot points, different perspectives. It each frames a piece of the puzzle of the whole. Ultimately revealing the like Agoze's the editor's mastery in like cinematography, not cinematography, editing, storytelling. So okay, first slide, first cut that I want to talk about. This eye match cut. It cuts to the objects of the character's attention, bringing it to focus. I'm eyeline match, of course, is a fundamental editing technique that guides our eyes, the audience, through a character's perspective. In the previous establishing shot, it captures David, the murderer, the guy who murdered the young girl, lackadaisically brushing his teeth, even saying the words money, like I'm gonna be rich, because that's why he killed her. He has sustained wealth. Um, and then in a classic horror movie moment, the cut reveals this a sink streaming with blood. The simple technique is powerful, especially when accompanied with suspenseful music and excessive SFX, I must say. It can build suspense, evoke emotion, or even, uh, other kind of. It can even be humorous. My grandma laughs at this scene too. By seamlessly connecting these shots, we can create like immersion. A mirror. This eyeline match focuses on David's reactions to the object through the mirror reflection. And I want to ask, why the mirror? Why are we getting this weird POV? Shouldn't it be in the front? What? Why can we only see it through that perspective? I wonder. A mirror can be a potential tool when used in an eye match. It can elevate a scene in terms of suspense. We can see the character from a certain perspective, revealing that maybe there's an intention behind it. This I feel as if the mirror shot it does capture his emotion, his horrifying sight or revelation. Um, and it just kind of you can kind of sense the uneasiness, the feeling that something's not right. Like, why is it? Why are we seeing it from this perspective? I would say maybe it's not just like a regular perspective. Maybe it's someone. Ooh, ah. And then a double cut. It goes to a double cut, an even closer shot, a cut in cut of the blood coming out of the sink. This time closer up ensures the audience focuses on the stream, incites suspicion. I feel as if even just in literature, repetition is significant. Just like in editing, when you repeat something, it's for meaning. Repetition of the same shot emphasizes the symbolic significance of the image and also the emotional intensity of the moment. And it's exemplified with the cut in and the music. And then it goes to a perspective shot of the banana seller. A spoiler alert, the perspective from the mirror in this scene is of the banana seller. The banana seller is looking at him. Her aura is causing the blood to come out. A perspective shot of the banana seller to convey feelings of uneasiness. And yeah, what point of view is this from? Who is seeing this? What is what the viewer is thinking with this edit? Because this shot is like an onlooker shot, not even just a fly on the wall. You're no more than a fly. You are a ghost, and that is the banana seller. As we've seen, this is like an hour into the movie. Like the banana seller constantly occupies spaces, and just like this, ain't even the height. Mana is a short girl, and this height edit like establishes her height, her her uh, kind of area and space. Okay, fifth cut. This shot also becomes an eye match shot. Uh, like that kind of pulling and then the eye match shot. This motion sets up the audience for the next scene using an eye tracing edit. This effectively builds intrigue. This in this long shot, like this shot and like the shot pre this one and this one are in the same shot. And it just makes like it like causes the audience to be increasingly anxious. This shot not only serves as a powerful visual, but also functions as an eye match shot, as I said before. By capturing the character's gaze, it subtly guides the audience's attention towards a specific point in frame. Why? What is he looking at? Why is are they bringing the attention? Like, why is he going to an eye match shot? I wonder why. What is he looking at? Um, and I would say because the audience instinctively has been following him out of the bathroom, following his gaze, it's leading him up to that eye match shot. And, you know, combined with the suspenseful atmosphere, it leads to an anxious, mysterious frame for the next position we'll be in. Ah! With an abrupt cutaway edit, the still image in the center frame of the banana seller reveals the point of view angle from the mirror and the object her murderer turns to look at in the shot before. So it's revealed in this. It's a still image, by the way. This is not a moving image. Another horror film, like another use of horror films. But it's just, I feel as if like it also emphasizes like the uneasiness, like unreal, unnatural, um, like aura and like I don't know energy she gives out. And I would say this cutaway edit is supposed to it's like not a jump scare. It's supposed to it is a jump scare. It's meant to be a jump scare. That's what a cutaway edit kind of emphasizes. And it just coupled with the music, the heightened music, it just gives that feeling that I don't know he is not safe. And of course, eyes motivate the cut, both the eyes of the murderer and the haunted little girl. This reverse shot, 180, mirroring previous center frame shot of David reveals his reaction after making eye contact with the girl he killed. The power of the eye in film cannot be overstated. Here we see the eyes of the murderer and the haunted little girl motivate the cut. This technique like draws the viewer's attention and creates a sense of connection. The reverse shot is a crucial point in revelation. By seeing his reaction to the girl, we gain insight in his guilt, fear, and maybe even remorse. He is in for a life of haunt. This subtle yet impactful editing choice underscores the physical depth of the scene. Another hard cut from the previous scene. Sorry, I'm like trying to go quick. I'm at 18 minutes. Another hard cut from the previous scene. This crosscut could be considered here to better illustrate the simultaneous progression of both narratives. This wide shot establishes placement of characters, and like I said, this is an L cut from the previous, so you can better connect. Um, and it's just almost like a cause and effect from the situation from before to where she is now. And this wide cut not wide cut, this wide shot establishes spatial relationship between the characters and prepares the audience for up unfolding events. This reverse shot, a closer framing of the priest, maintains continuity with the previous wide shot while drawing the viewer's attention to the priest's dialogue. It draws the viewer's attention to his words and expressions, and it's a crucial um, it's a crucial method to maintain visual continuity from the previous wide shot. Um, and I feel as if it also helps to build a sense of intimacy within the characters, because this is like a pressuring time for her. Her husband left her for another woman, and it allows the audience to connect deeply with everyone's emotions and motivations. The last cut I will analyze is the L cut. This is the L cut that I mostly noticed because L cuts happen more commonly in conversations in film, and this L cut, uh, um, it just gives uh, seamless transition between these two cuts, these two scenes. And in this specific instance, we have a shot of the priest speaking to Ngozi, and as the shot ends, the audio of the priest's dialogue continues to play over the next shot, which shows the this reaction of Ngozi. This overlap creates a sense of continuity and allows us to hear the full context of the conversation. As Ngozi's reaction shot unfolds, we see her growing concern, a subtle shift in her expression that amplified by the continued audio of the priest's words. We can tell she is not really, she is doubting everything. She is losing control, and we can understand Ngozi's deep emotional state as the narrative is flowing. And that's all. Had 10 cuts I wanted to talk about, and I'm all done. But why I chose this film? It's a family favorite. I grew up watching a lot of Nollywood films. Although they can be seen as melodramatic and over the top, they hold a place in my heart and bonds me and my family. They're undeniably entertaining and culturally significant. This is one of the older Nollywood films, but there are some new Nollywood films that are more um, grandiose, I would say. But this holds a place in my heart. Nothing can beat a traditional Nollywood film. I've watched some crazy ones. Honestly, some Nollywood, I feel as if this Nollywood film is better than any of the horror films I've watched. But maybe it's because of my cultural ties to it. I don't know. But this is this is a good film, I would say. And you can even see a lot of people don't think Nollywood is professional, yada yada yada. But you see things like this, um, it, it's it's an art. It's an emotion. I really, I will not have any slander for Nollywood films. They just don't get it. Um, but yeah, that is my presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed it.